Yeah. Oh, you guys had another nice answer key. Spectacular.
How you doing? How was your race?
Did we do 6D10 last night? Oh, yeah. Folks, what ask questions on this writing formulas from a name for a compound. One more day to ask questions on this stuff. Because today we're going to learn how to use, like, what do we need these formulas for? So, like, the step one, first step to so many of the most routine chemistry calculations, you start with a formula. That's why we have to know how to write formulas. We start with a formula. Tonight, we're going to learn to calculate the masses of the formulas using a periodic table. That is like the basic starting point of a whole type of calculation that we call stoichiometry. So if you are having issues writing formulas, now is the time to ask. We can sort this out. Hopefully, you've had a chance to look at the answer key. What about questions on 1, 7, 2, or 8? 1, 7, 2, or 8. You guys have been doing a great job asking questions. If you understand, obviously you don't have to ask questions, but now's the time. Please don't be embarrassed or shy. The question you have more than likely is the same question that all 1,100 of you sitting in here today would have. Questions on the first four. Tonight we will be doing, is it 6D11? Today, actually, 6D11, where we're going to be getting the video notes over how to calculate the masses of these formulas. There will be an assignment posted for tomorrow to do. 6D12, practicing with this. It's not posted yet. You don't need it posted yet, but it will be posted in time to do it tomorrow. When is late work going to be due from Unit 6D? Yes, sir. About what time Thursday do you think? Let's have late work from 6D turned in Thursday. There will be participation points from Unit 6D. Those participation points won't be allocated till like Sunday, because you will have till Sunday to get the assignment from Thursday and Friday done. So Wednesday's assignment, I'm hoping you get done Wednesday. I probably would take Wednesday, Thursday, Friday's work up through Sunday about 3 o'clock. About 3 o'clock on Sunday to get any of that stuff in. But you do want to get those participation points. You want to up Unit 6D. 1, 7, and 8. What about 3, 9, 4, or 10? Yes, sir. On who? Let's look at 11. Yes, 11 is a very challenging problem. Oh, why isn't it A? Well, first let's look at A. What does A have in the middle of the formula right here? That's a Roman numeral 1. Formulas do not have Roman numerals in them. Names do. Names do. So you still might be asking the question, So that makes that one wrong. You don't put a Roman numeral in the middle of a formula. Yes? But
Why is it singular? Because
why? Let's ask this question. Why isn't it this formula? Let's ask this question. Why isn't it this formula?
chlorine in nature.
Chloride is definitely 1 minus. But you'll need to look. The difficult one on this is the naming of mercury 1. Take a look on your polyatomic ion sheets. I don't want to take the time to open it and risk. Take a look on the positive, the cations or the positive ions on your polyatomic ion sheet. That is the hard part of this one. Can you find it? What do we call the mercury 1 ion, often named dimercury or dimercury 1? It is what? It is Hg2 2 plus. Yes? That is what made this one tricky. The dimercury, I always like to call this the dimercury 1 ion because then you remember, wait a minute, it is a polyatomic ion in a sense. It's 2 mercury atoms that together are 2 plus because each mercury atom ion in the mercury 1 ion is 1 plus. Yes? That probably clears up a lot of it. So let's go ahead and just go through this one. I think in a test situation, I would alert you that be careful of that one. I would say look on your polyatomic ion sheet because that is kind of an obscure thing for a Chem 1 student to realize that we are working with Hg. Its total charge is 2 plus, yes? Which means each of the mercuries are what? 1 plus. That's what the 1 is telling you. That each of the mercuries in the dimercury ion are 1 plus. Have I lost anybody yet? Then we have the chloride ion. We know that is 1 minus. If the dimercury 1 ion or the mercury 1 ion adds up to 2 plus, watch this carefully. This isn't a trick. If this one is 2 plus, what would the chloride have to add up to? It would have to add up to 2 minus. But chloride only has one thing it can be, and that is 1 minus. So how many chlorides at 1 minus do I need to add up to 2 minus? I would need 2 of them. Great, great question. Do you see what we did there? You guys are awesome. Let's continue on. What do we have? Anything on that first page? Anything on the first page? Yes.
Can you go over 6?
Chromic acid. Acid, the name chromic acid means that we want to get to write the formula that has the hydrogens added back onto what ion? We need to add the hydrogens back onto what ion? If it's chromic acid, what ion are we adding them back onto? Ic acids go with 8 ions. I ate it and it made me sick. So I want to add hydrogens back onto the chromate ion, yes? You look on your periodic or polyatomic ion sheet, the chromate ion is Cr O4 2 minus. That 2 minus is telling us to add 2 hydrogens back on to get it in the acid form. Anything else on that first page? Fantastic question. We can't go over those enough. Yes? We can go over number 5. Hydro is the code word for binary acid. Notice this acid down here didn't start, number 6 didn't start with hydro, did it? That's because it's a polyatomic ion. Number 5, it's hydro, telling you binary acid. You see what it says right here on the answer key? Hydro is the code word for binary acid. So we've got to put the hydrogen on who? Iodine. What charge is iodine? Iodine's 1 minus. Put a hydrogen on it. How are we doing on that? How are we doing on that one, sir? Oh, okay, good. Good. I just wanted to have I need some feedback. Are you understanding? You're kind of like looking down on your Chromebook. I can't tell if you're like, gotcha. You got me? Good work. Anything else on that first page? How about the second page? 14, 15, 20, 21. Yes. 14. Ammonium phosphate. Ammonium is a polyatomic ion, NH4. Its charge is 1 plus. NH4's charge is 1 plus. The phosphate ion is PO4. Look it up on the polyatomic ion sheet. So I've got the formulas here. Next step, write the charges. Got them there. They're right on the polyatomic ion sheet. Next step, reduce the charges if I can. You can't reduce a 1 and a 3. So now we can crisscross the charges, which is an easy way of coming up with the least common multiple. That's all we're doing. What's the least common multiple between 1 and 3? What does both 1 and 3 go into? Anyone? What's a number that the number 1 and the number 3 both go into? 3, yes? So my least common multiple is the total charges on top. But what's an easy way to get the least common multiple? We crisscross the 3 down to here. So I'm bringing a 3 down to the ammonium ion. I'm bringing a 1 down to here. I don't need parentheses when I'm bringing a 1 down to a polyatomic ion. You only add the parentheses when you're bringing a 3 down. So I'm bringing a 3 down. 3 times 1 is 3. 1 times 3 is 3. How many polyatomic ions do I have there? No. How many polyatomic phosphates do I have there? I should say that clearly. 1. Now, if you said how many polyatomic ions do we have in the formula, you said 4. That is correct. We have 3 ammoniums and 1 phosphate. So we have 1 phosphate times 3, that's 3. So that's really all you're doing. The crisscross is finding what numbers go on top in a relatively easy way. Other questions, 14, 20, 15, 21. Anything we see on there? How about down here, 16, 22, 17, 23? Questions? If you have a question, ask the question. It's what we're here to do. Open your mouth, raise your hand, and ask a question for you. Questions on these? Anyone? What about down here? 18, 24, 19, or 25? Someone that's never asked a question. Ask a question. Some of you have been here in this class now 4,768 hours and 14 minutes and 38 seconds and have never asked a question. Today's your day. If you're afraid to ask a question, whisper or flash a number at one of the students that's not afraid to ask a question. Raise your hand if you're not afraid to ask a question. So if the hands are up, wait, you just asked a question. Why is your... Okay, so everybody's not afraid to ask questions, so we don't have to have a official designated question person. Sometimes you have to do that, like just whisper the question to a student. They will ask it for you, a delegate. Anything on the second page? What we want to do with the time we have now is to move on to 6D. What's the number again? 6D11 video lectures over our next topic. Will there be a 6D12 posted sometime soon? Maybe tomorrow morning even. Or today after school. I don't know when it'll be posted. But there'll be some practice problems over what you learn in the video. So to do the practice problems, will it help to watch the video? Yes, it will. Yes, it will. Good luck with that. Again, 6D assignments. Every assignment be from today backward. Today backward. In by Thursday. Tomorrow onward. In by Sunday if you want to earn your participation points for Unit 6D.